Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. As we may know that 2.1 update will released soon, and like everyone talking about Acheron everywhere, it is really not fair if we ignore the rest of the new characters like Aventurine for the example. Yeah, of course I know Acheron is cool and she is dope, but hey, Aventurine is also good on his own way. So today let's talk about which one is better, Aventurine, the newest tank, or Xuan. As we may know, she is one of the best sustainer in the game right now. Many people compared both of them everywhere on YouTube, Reddit, and any other social media because people hesitate to pull Aventurine or not. So without further ado, let's jump into it. First, let's talk about Aventurine. Aventurine is a defensive powerhouse with strong offensive capabilities. He can upgrade the shield allies receive from his skill by repeatedly using it. Aventurine gains effect stacks when allies protected by him or attacked, allowing him to unleash powerful follow-up attacks after reaching a certain limits. His ultimate not only deals damage but also debuffs the target. The man's Swiss Army knife and will synergize especially well with other follow-up attackers. Next, we will talk about Xuan. Xuan is a versatile unit that fits into many team comps. Her main appeal is her ability to solo sustain, meaning she can keep an entire team alive without help from another characters. If you have a gepard, then you can pull off the same evac. Even then, he can't compete with other perks that Xuan offers. Xuan specialized in damage reduction instead of shielding like other preservation characters. Her skill creates an evac called Matrix of Prescience that distributes damage from teammates to herself and raises teammates HP and critical rate for 3 turns. Xuan can self-heal, so there's no worry about whether she can stay afloat or not. If her HP dips below 50%, it triggers her talent, which heals her almost back to full health. Now let's jump into pros and cons for each of these characters. First is Aventurine. Like I told you before, Aventurine is a solid tank. He can give all allies a shield that can stack through his skill and his kit. So of course, his shield will be a very thick. He also has a passive that can give him a ton of crit rate if you have ton of defense on your stat. So it's practically he has a tons of critical rate already. He also can do an auto counter attack if his blind bat, which is his special buff, reach 7 points. So basically he can give a shield and he also can give a good amount of damage. Well, even though he's a good character, he also has some cons on him. You need a character that can do a follow-up attacks if you want to use him properly, because a follow-up attack character will recharge his blind bat faster. So you must pair him with another character that can do a follow-up attack. The second thing is he doesn't has any taunt ability at all. So even though he's a tank, or we might say a preservation character, he can't protect you through a taunt unlike any other tank role characters. Next, we move on to Xuan. Xuan is a versatile character. She can fit into almost any team in honkaistarrail, making her an excellent flex character for your Memory of Chaos and Simulated Universe teams. So she's really perfect, especially for those who just played this game recently. Xuan can increase his maximum HP and critical rate for all party members through her skill, which is really awesome for a character who follow preservation path. One of Xuan's trace abilities also unlocks her healing potential. She doesn't have as much outgoing healing as a true healer like Natasha or Lynx. That said, her damage mitigation makes it so that your unit shouldn't take that kind of damage. Her buffs also mimic the kind you could get from a Harmony character, so you have more options for how to play around with your team. Also, she is even better if you want to build a mono quantum team. Since Silver Wolf can make any enemies has quantum weaknesses, this mono quantum team can be used on many content on the game. So without a doubt, she is a great character. Of course, there is a 1 or 2 things that she doesn't excel of. She can make any shield to the allies and she can do any debuff or any crowd control skill, but hey, since she can do many things, that much is forgiven. Okay, now we arrived on the final part. Which one is better? As you can see on your screen, I put my score on them based on what they do and what they can't do. I try to be as objective as possible in this section. First is about new player friendly category. As a new player, I obviously will prefer Xuan than Aventurine, since Aventurine will require me to build a follow-up attacks character to maximize his kit. Of course, we can still use him even though we do not have a really good pair for him, but it will make him too slow to do a counter attack and of course his shield too. On the other hand, Xuan is a really simple character. You don't need particular character to make her kit work. Second is survivability. Both of them is great unit. They can survive well even though your party do not have a healer. They can survive on their own way. Aventurine with his shield and Xuan is with her heal. So I give a par score on them. Third is defensive. To be honest, both of them is really good with their defense. Then why I put Aventurine is better than Xuan? Because his shield can protect more than her heal. I know 65% of damage is mitigated to Xuan, but Xuan really depends on her ultimate to do a healings to any other allies. Other than that, she only can do healing to herself. On the other hand, Aventurine will always give a shield to all party members, and it can stack with the previous shield buff. So I think Aventurine will do better on this category, but not that much. Fourth is offensive. Aventurine definitely won on this category. Do I need to explain? Aventurine has a passive critical rate and has an auto counter attack. He also has a debuff called Unnerved, which will increasing your critical damage to the enemies. On the other hand, Xuan doesn't has any offensive ability, so I think it's pretty clear already. The last thing is flexibility. The higher point means you do not need to specific things to make them work well. Of course, Aventurine is a good unit, but like I said before, Aventurine need a follow-up attacks unit to make his kit work. Topaz and Dr. Ratio for the example. So you cannot put him to any other team unless you have a certain character on the team. On the other hand, Xuan is a versatile character. She can fit almost any team in honkaistarrail. Yes, she is a great if you put her on mono quantum team, but it's not as necessary. You can put her on any team if you want. Okay, maybe that's all from me. If you have something to say about this character, maybe Aventurine or Xuan, feel free to put it down on the comment section below. Thank you for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.